How about now? Am I being heard now, for Christ's sake? There we go. Fuck my life. That was annoying. I don't even know why that was happening. Ugh. Anyway, that was very annoying. Anyways, I hope everyone is having a wonderful Friday and is getting ready to have a good weekend. I am going to be having great fun this evening. We are doing a wine and crime tonight also, and my sister will be joining us, so that will be fun. Um, and yeah, we might do a Dahmer watch party, so keep an eye on that. So I hope you guys are having, like I said, a good day. Welcome, Duck Dog. Welcome, Bishop. Um, let's see. So yeah, there's all that happening. Um, and I know that I said that I was going to kind of steer away from politics now for a while because it was kind of getting depressing for me. But there's something going on in Canada that we really need to talk about because not only is it really really amusing, um it's it's just it's so funny how our sphere of YouTube has somehow entered into Canadian politics. So while I did say that I was going to try not to be as political, we're going to watch Question Period today from yesterday because holy shit was like, oh my God. Okay, so Pierre Polyev, and I used to show videos of his quite often on this channel. He actually was picked to be the leader of the Conservative Party, as Functional and I predicted would happen. So he is now the leader of the opposition in the House of Commons against Trudeau and his Liberals. Winning. Yes. Winning. Remember to share the stream, guys, as well. So we are going to, I'm going to share this screen here. Hold on. There it is. Okay, let's, I also need to I need to find, okay, hold on. Why did my mic just go to shit again? Oh, it didn't go to shit. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. I'm just going to get to the start of the actual questions before I share the screen. Sorry, guys. They always have these opening statements from members of parliament. Okay, here we go. Oops. Now we're going to share the screen and we're going to watch Question Period. Because, so, Pierre Polyev is being accused of putting in these hashtags that are like dog whistles for right-wing misogynistic hate groups, I guess. So, and all of the other conservative leaders before Pierre Polyev, as soon as Trudeau or his camp would like call them out on something or even make something up about them, they would back down and they would basically just hide, curl up in their little turtle shells and hide. Not so with Mr. Polyev. So let's let's take a look here at this exchange in the House of Commons. Let's put it to theater mode for you guys. Okay, here we go.
Question orale, oral questions. The Honorable Leader of the Opposition.
The Honorable Leader of... I have never heard. Listen to them. Have you ever heard, since I've been showing the House of Commons stuff, when the Leader of the Opposition stands up, have you ever heard them act like that with Andrew Scheer or Aaron O'Toole? Like, listen to this.
All questions. The Honorable Leader of the Opposition.
Like, listen to that enthusiasm. Like, he has reinvigorated the party. Fried, I was just going to hit my silly juice. It's too early for me to hit the silly juice, but and I just ran out of wacky tobacco, so I'm sad. That should have had to have your house crapping themselves. Yep.
Mr. Speaker, first, I'd like to wish the family of the Prime Minister a happy Thanksgiving, but it won't be too joyful for many families.
That's really that way to go for him. I'd like to wish the Prime Minister's family a happy Thanksgiving, but it won't be too joyful for many families. Well done, sir.
Because of the fact that the cost of turkey has risen by 16%. Other foods have also increased by 20%.
Yeah, like, so that means a 10-pound turkey is now like $40 or $50. That's insane.
So 20% of Canadians will have to reduce their Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
So how much will the cost of Thanksgiving dinner increase when the Prime Minister triples the carbon tax, the Right Honourable Prime Minister? Mr. Speaker, we all have heard stories of Canadians who are
we're going to skip the French. I don't like these French translators.
However, it won't.
Okay, here we go. To help Canadians?
He's going to ask it in English anyways.
Dental care. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Wish the Prime Minister and his family a happy Thanksgiving. However, it won't be too happy for a lot of people whose costs have gone out of control. In fact,
he's redoing it in English, so that's fine.
The cost of turkey is up 16%, according to a.
But it's worth it for unicorns and polar bears.
Items are up over 20%, and 1/5 of Canadians will have to reduce what they put on the plate this Thanksgiving weekend. How much will the Prime Minister's tripling of the tax on our farmers, truckers, and consumers increase the cost of Thanksgiving dinner for the future?
A lot.
Right,
That's how much. A lot.
We know Canadians across the country are struggling.
Holy crap, he's been in the House of Commons regularly. That's
with
scary.
Concrete measures to help out. After we proposed a GST rebate that's going to help significant numbers of families across this country.
You mean the thing that comes in every 3 months?
The Leader of the Opposition came out criticizing it, but then fortunately reversed himself and is now supporting our GST credit. Will he now support the low-income dental supports for families? Will he support the rental supports we're giving? Kids deserve to have happy smiles. Why won't the Leader of the Opposition help them with that?
Well, you idiot. A lot of provinces already have programs like that, specifically geared towards low-income families. For example, if you are in Ontario and you live on ODSP or OW, your children have some access to something called the SMILE program, whereupon they get free cleanings and free dental care until they're 18 years old. Not till they're 12, until they're 18. So, oh my God.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Well, they won't be smiling if their parents can't afford a little bit of pumpkin pie for them at Thanksgiving dinner. Look at the cost increases that have happened. 16% increase for the cost of turkey, 22% increase for potatoes, bread up 13%, butter 13%, cranberries 12%, bacon 10%. That all adds up to an unaffordable Thanksgiving dinner. The Prime Minister wants to make it worse still by tripling his tax on our farmers, our truckers, and ultimately our consumers. How much will that add to the cost of Thanksgiving?
I don't like that this is where I'm going to criticize Pierre on this. I would have given like a 5-second answer about the dental thing and talked about provincial dental care being already a thing. And then I would have reapplied my question. This doesn't look too good, especially since Thanksgiving only comes once a year. And we need to be focusing on dinner every day. So this is kind of a weak argument, I will say.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, he wants to help Canadians, but he will not stand with low-income Canadians who want to give their kids better smiles. But there is another important issue that on Canadians' minds, particularly Canadians' women's minds, as we meet here. If it were not for global news, we would not have learned that the Conservative leader has been purposefully using his videos to appeal to far-right misogynistic online movements.
Oh, fuck off. Here we go. Here we go. He gets asked about the carbon tax, and then he moves on to these hashtags. And he's, if it wasn't for global news, well, if you had clicked on the view all hashtag thing, you would have seen them yourself.
These are anti-women movements, and they have
Anti-women.
devastating real-life consequences. Mr. Speaker, I call on the Conservative leader to stand in this House, take responsibility, and apologize.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Listen to them. Listen to this. Listen to this shit. Standing ovation. Standing ovation for the Conservative Party has never been like this. In my lifetime, I don't remember the National Conservative. Even with fucking, what was his face? Stockwell Day. Right? Or Preston Manning. Like, not even with those guys. This Pierre is something else, man. Order? Yeah.
Leader of the Opposition.
I condemned this organization, and I corrected the problem as soon as it became known to me, Mr. Speaker. But I condemn all forms of misogyny, including when the Prime Minister fired the very first female Indigenous...
Oh, shit! Damn, dude, you got owned. You can't say shit like, oh my God. Because he did. As soon as he figured out, he was like, no, you can't have that on there.
When he mistreated minority young women in his own caucus who had to leave politics, and I condemn him for when he dressed up in racist costumes so many times he forgot them all. We condemn it always, Mr. Speaker.
Yep. Oh, yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did, Fury. Oh, yes, he did.
The choice made by the Conservative leader in reaching out to extremist online groups into, pulling in anti-women, misogynistic groups for his own political gain is one that he didn't answer for. I think women across this country want to know why he allowed this to happen.
He didn't allow it because as soon as he found out, he stopped it.
Leader of the Opposition.
I took responsibility and corrected it as soon as it became known to me. But the Prime Minister does not take responsibility for the extremism that he has funded. He funded a vicious anti-Semite to spread hatred online with taxpayers' dollars. He repeatedly, in fact, so many times he can't even keep track, dressed up in racist costumes for which he has not ever come fully to account. And he drove many women of his own caucus out of the party and out of Parliament altogether with his mistreatment of them. We condemn all of that behavior. We condemn misogyny always and everywhere, and we ask the Prime Minister to finally do the same.
Oh, shit, dude. Oh my God, Trudeau, what happened? What happened? Did you finally get an opposition leader that fights back? Oh shit, dude. Oh shit. This is crazy, man. And his party is like standing ovation. We're behind you. Like, there is no within the party, yeah, maybe he should, but no, everybody is behind him. And Trudeau is just like, but the misogyny. Oh my God, this is amazing. Now that is an opposition leader. Yep. I just love how this is all because of MGTOW. Yeah. 90% of the people in that room don't even know what the hell that is. No, they don't. They would probably even mispronounce MGTOW. They'd be like, what's a mugtow? Toe, mug. Like, they wouldn't know what to say. Oh my God. Okay, let's see what Trudeau says.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we have all seen the effective campaign that the Leader of the Opposition ran to become leader, using online videos, using ways of reaching out through social media. We all marveled at his admiration of old wood. What we didn't see was
What?
every time he put out the
Old wood?
campaign.
Oh, so you're jealous. You're jealous that Pierre Poilievre knows how to do drama better than you, even though you were a drama teacher? Is that what you're pissed off about? Pierre knows how to shoot a better video than you because he tells the truth? Because he just talks? Mugto, it's a hobbit drink. Oh no, not online videos, the horror, right? Like, he's literally just salty because Pierre knows how to do a better online campaign. And part of the reason his online campaign is better is because he doesn't try to think about what to say. He just talks from the heart and talks from like what he's seen and heard from other Canadians.
That the Leader of the Opposition ran to become leader, using online videos, using...
No, he's pissed off because Pierre is way more popular worldwide because of his ability to use social media. Yes.
Ways of reaching out through social media. We all marveled at his admiration of old wood. What we didn't see was that every time he put out the...
The speaker's like, I'm waiting.
Are we done?
I fucking love the Speaker of the House. Oh my God. Okay, we're good. Oh, this is great. Okay, one more time. Are we done?
Are we done?
I forgot how much fun this was. Oh my God.
Prime Minister, from the top, please.
Mr. Speaker, a lot of ink was spilled and a lot of admiration for the effectiveness of the Leader of the Opposition's campaign to become leader, using social media, using clever videos. We all marveled at his admiration for old wood. But what we didn't see, Mr. Speaker, was his choice to include
Trudeau's claim of him using old wood is
far-right organizations,
rather
including
hypocritical.
anti-women organizations,
Using
to try and
considering
advance
that all
his
the
own
liberals can do
gains.
is point to
He
one
has
from
played
5 years ago.
too
Yeah.
close to the line with extremists for too long. Now he's got caught. Will he admit it? Will he apologize? Will he take responsibility?
Are you suggesting that he used those tags the whole time for his campaign to get where he is? Is that what you're suggesting? Let's go back. I was talking to chat.
He has reaches out to far-right organized wood. But what we didn't see, Mr. Speaker, was his choice to include deliberate reaches out to far-right organizations, including hateful anti-women organizations, to try and advance his own political gains. He has played too close to the line with extremists for too long. Now he's got caught. Will he admit it? Will he apologize? Will he take responsibility?
I'm sorry. He's been playing too close to the line with extremists? I'm fucking sorry. Who has an anti-Semite for a freaking minister for diversity and inclusion? I think that's you. Who, with the way that they treat Indigenous people, had 2 Indigenous members of Parliament say, "I'm out. Bye. See ya." And they were Liberals. I think that's you. Who gave $10 million to a fucking terrorist? I think that was you. So how about you shut your mouth, Trudeau, about the extremist stuff before it comes back to kick you in the ass.
The honourable member for Belleuil-Chambly. Mr. Speaker. The honourable member.
Okay, we're skipping the French.
Continuator
She sucks.
Makes $8 million.
Yeah, what was sort of happening was whoever was in the YouTube studio
we can better protect
was
consumers. We're going to
putting McTow in like 50 of the videos.
The Liberals' strong top-line growth bragged, we improved our inflation crisis. The CEOs of big grocery stores are...
Speaker, it is unacceptable that corporate CEOs and grocery store CEOs are earning record profits while Canadians are paying more for
It's a Marxist
actually help Canadians, but there's just pretty words from the Prime Minister when it comes to helping Canadians through this greedflation crisis. The CEOs of big grocery stores are bragging about their massive profits on the backs of families. The Empire CEO bragged, we improved our strong margins, and he's $8 million richer. Galen West of Loblaws is proud of achieving strong top-line growth. He's got $5 million more.
Screw Galen Weston.
Line their pockets while families struggle to feed their
kids.
Yeah,
they're evil,
when
evil
will the
bastards.
act to stop this profiteering and stop this corporate greed?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it is unacceptable that corporate CEOs and grocery store CEOs are earning record profits while Canadians are paying more for groceries. That's why we're focused on putting more money back in Canadians' pockets through the GST credit, the $500 for renters, and more money for dental care from kids for low income.
The $500 for renters. What the fuck is that gonna do? Oh. This is crazy.
We thank the parties in this House that are supporting us on this and call on the Conservatives to support us in delivering dental care for kids from low-income families.
You know, kids
we can't understand why the Conservatives continue to stand against that.
Provincial programs exist already. Bolster those.
Why can't this whole House come together and support dental care for kids?
The honourable member for Bellechasse-les-Etchemins-Lévis. Government to...
More question is from Milker.
Do an investigation. We will not give up. Hockey Canada will be accountable for these cases.
Honourable member for Peterborough, Kawartha.
Mr. Speaker, this Liberal government has known for 4 years about the heinous allegations of sexual assault against 8 players from Team Canada. Hockey Canada received $14 million from 2020 to 2021 from this Liberal government.
That sucks, Fury.
Hockey Canada has paid millions to pay off sexual assault claimants.
Yep.
My question is for the Prime Minister, who claims to be a feminist. How is covering up sexual assault helping women.
Nice.
The Honorable Minister for Sports.
Oh, shit. Did you just see that? I'm going to play that again. Because listen, she says,
Claims to be a family 21 from this Liberal government. Hockey Canada has paid millions to pay off sexual assault claimants. My question is for the Prime Minister, who claims to be a feminist. How is covering up sexual assault helping women?
and here's who answers.
The Honorable Minister for Sports.
The question wasn't directed to the Honorable Minister for Sports, was it? It was directed to the Prime Minister. Support dental care for kids. We have the Happy Smiles program. Yeah. Question to the PM. Honorable Minister for Sports answered.
Mr. President, after hearing today's story about how the Conservative are mobilizing organizations that promote violence
Shut up.
against women, it's a little bit shameful, the questions that they're asking today.
Wow. Okay, so a woman, like, okay, so Pierre Poilievre has already answered and wow. Like, he's already said, I took the hashtags off. And he's already said he's already said everything. Then a woman asks the Prime Minister a specific question. And he has another woman do his bidding to answer and shame her? What the fuck is this going on right now? Yay! The Liberals say yay!
Prince Albert.
Oh, come on, stand up for yourself.
Actions, and it actually has asked the Prime Minister to hold himself to account for his actions. So I expect that. But you know, Mr. Speaker, in my writing, they've actually had a nice fall. Harvest is done. They're going through their bills. They're saying, oh my God, everything's more expensive due to this Liberal carbon tax. This has meant they have less money to feed their families, to take care of their livestock, to actually pay their heat. Mr. Speaker, will the Prime Minister cancel his plan to triple the carbon tax? Can't he understand Canadians can't afford it?
I'm very disappointed in the Peterborough MP. She should have stood up for herself.
Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I know.
Oh, look,
your
it's Dolores
office
Umbridge.
Works hard with his constituents, and I'm glad he's congratulating them for their harvest. I'd like to congratulate them too. Canada's farmers work hard, and the people of rural Saskatchewan work hard. And we know
Shut
that
up. You don't
times
know
are
anything
hard.
about hard
And
work.
that's why I am delighted that today this House will vote to support the GST tax credit. That is going to get nearly $500 to the hardworking Saskatchewan families the member opposite represents.
That's nothing. That is nothing. Ah, yes. Pink Hollow says, see, this is what pisses me off about the person that has dirt on Trudeau but won't spill it because they don't want Pierre to be Prime Minister. If that person would just step up and give that information to the right people, all this shit would go away. Yep. Canada, one of the flagships of hydro. What the hell are they worrying about their carbon footprint? Canada's carbon footprint is probably smaller than Wales. Yep. Did she say what was the catch? Something like that, yeah.
Member for Calgary, Forest Lawn.
Mr. Speaker, today our leader stood up and condemned everything that the Liberals were calling him out for today. And in contrast, not a single Liberal has called out their leader for the racist blackface that he wore.
Yeah.
I'm just going. Order.
She is so condescending because the statute on government. Oh, yeah. Oh, because she both the Saskatchewan government and Albertan government told the RCMP to stop trespassing. Yeah.
I'm gonna have everyone calm down. If you don't mind, the honourable member for Calgary Forest Lawn from the top. I just want to make sure everybody hears the question so that when the minister or the prime minister answer, then everybody can hear that as well. The honourable member for Calgary Forest Lawn.
Mr. Speaker, rising interest rates are crushing over 70% of small businesses, according to a report by the CFIB. Small businesses in my riding are being squeezed by rising taxes, record high inflation, labor crisis, and punishing interest rates. When will this government wake up and get off the necks of our small businesses and job creators?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Speaker, I thank the member opposite for this important question about the small business entrepreneurs that are at the heart of the Canadian economy. What we've been doing for the past 3 years is supporting small business entrepreneurs through the pandemic with supports, and access to finance to support them and their employees. What we're doing since the pandemic is we are targeting entrepreneurs that will promote inclusive recovery. That means women entrepreneurs. That means Black entrepreneurs. That means Indigenous entrepreneurs.
How about just help everybody? Why do we have to be inclusive? Just fucking help people. If they're an entrepreneur, help them. I'm sorry, do you have a penis? Yes. Are you white? Yes. Oh, well, we can't help you.
What we're doing is understanding small businesses will carry us through and out of this pandemic, and that is where our priority lies.
The honourable member for Calgary Forest Lawn.
Any type of help is being vaporized by the inflation that they created. This Thanksgiving, the Liberals are serving up Canadians with high inflation, leaving families to turn to food banks and homeless shelters at an alarming rate. Next Thanksgiving, the Liberals will serve Canadians a turducken of tax by tripling the carbon tax on groceries, home heating, and filling up your tank. Will this government have some mercy? Stop serving suffering to Canadians and cancel their plans to triple the carbon tax.
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Here comes Umbridge again.
Mr. Speaker, it's a few days before Thanksgiving, and I absolutely agree. Now is a time for all of us to have a lot of compassion.
Then why don't you have it?
I am glad that we have overcome partisan division, and today, together, we're going to vote for the GST tax rebate. That's going to
You're really stuck on that, aren't you?
Canadian families who need it. Now I want to encourage all of us to take another step. Let's support Canadian kids under 12 whose parents can't afford to take them to the dentist. How is that okay?
There are already programs for that at the provincial level.
For Calgary Forest Lawn.
Next Thanksgiving, Mr. Speaker, Canadians, after the tripling of the carbon tax, will be paying around $2,300 out of their own pocket. That's just next year. And students are some of the hardest hit by this Liberal government's inflationary economic policy and failed carbon tax. While missing every single emissions reduction target, they're punishing Canadians for the crime of heating their homes or just driving to work. The Liberals are driving students to food banks and sleeping in homeless shelters at alarming rates. Will the Liberals get off the backs and out of the back pocket?
Plus 25 additional points for getting turducken into government records. I love it. Yeah. I just read this morning that the RCMP gets almost $1 billion. Holy shit, just from Alberta? For their policing service? Holy shit.
Of students and Canadians and cancel their plan to triple the carbon tax.
Our parliamentary has some zingers on the books. Yep.
Mr. Speaker, young Canadians, our students, are the future of Canada. With Budget 2022, we are investing $26 million over 4 years to increase the maximum amount of forgivable Canada student loans by 50% for healthcare workers in rural and remote communities. We've had students back all along
Talk
the way.
faster.
We remain committed to permanently
Talk
eliminating the
faster,
federal interest
woman.
on Canada student loans and Canada.
We're gonna forgive the student loans. Don't worry. We're gonna forgive. We're forgiving the loans. We're forgiving the loans. Wow.
Loans.
What is she on speed?
Young Canadians transition into the workforce.
We're gonna help young Canadians transition into the workforce.
Saint Jean, Mr. Speaker, and by there's no Mr.
I hate this translator.
Full it's to competent Kamouraska Rivière Prime Minister.
To triple from the annual ride. Mr. Speaker, every day I get another letter from my constituents in Calgary telling me about the challenges that they are having making ends meet. Inflation rises, taxes rise, but their paychecks do not.
Nope.
8% inflation has the effect of cutting a full month of purchasing power from the annual family budget.
Damn.
Many Canadians are worried about how they will eat and stay warm this winter. Will this Liberal government cancel their plans to tripling taxes on gas, groceries, and home heating?
No, they will not.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, let me start with a small point. Inflation, the latest number was actually 7%. That is still too high, and that is still causing real challenges.
I'm sorry, what did she say?
Inflation, the latest number was actually 7%. That is still too high.
Are you fucking serious? Did she just actually over 1 percentage point? Well, actually, it's a 7%. Wow. What a bitch.
That is still causing real challenges for Canadian families. That's why I am really sincerely pleased that the Conservatives swallowed their pride and are supporting our GST tax credit.
Oh my God. I'm so pleased the Conservatives swallowed their pride and are supporting our bill. You know what? You're a minority government, and maybe you should stop, being condescending when people from opposite parties support your shit. Because that's a really good way of getting them not to support your shit.
To get nearly $500 to Canadian families. I would like to urge them now to take the next step. It's hard, swallow their pride again, and to support dental care for children who need it under 12.
Oh my God.
Member for Kenora.
Mr. Speaker, everything is getting more expensive as this government drives up inflation with its tax and spend policies. Now they are planning to triple taxes on gas, triple taxes on groceries, and triple taxes on home heating. Mr. Speaker, this
you
is
know
all
what?
while
Let them be
Canadians
like
are
this
struggling
because
to get by and just
the real
barely
Canadian
able to
people are seeing this now
afford
and they're pissed.
the basic
Yep.
necessities. Mr. Speaker, will the finance minister today
I despise
finally announce a plan
passive-aggressive
to
bitches.
cancel
I
her
do
tax
too.
hikes that will triple
She's insufferable. She is. Oh, wait. What?
on home heating. Mr. Speaker, this is all while Canadians are struggling to get by and just barely able to afford the basic necessities. Mr. Speaker, will the finance minister today finally announce a plan to cancel her tax hikes that will triple the cost?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives had said that today they would put forward a private member's bill promoting crypto. But earlier this week, and for the third time
What does this have to do with
they
anything?
pulled the bill. Now, I hope that means the Conservatives are collectively embarrassed by their leaders'
I'm
reckless
seeing
advice to Canadians to invest
everybody.
in
I've seen the
crypto.
alphabet community.
I really
I'm
hope
seeing
that's
other
the
liberals
case, and I
attacking the
hope
Liberal
that
Party.
now
Yep.
they will have the good grace to
Yeah.
publicly recant and to
Specifically
apologize
for
to
this
Canadians
childish
for that
behavior in
reckless,
Parliament.
dangerous
Yeah.
advice.
The Honourable Member for Churchill, Kiwetinoong, Aski.
Mr. Speaker, we have a government of fakers. The Liberals.
I sure as shit didn't get $500. I got a $200 GST credit and $100 today from the other program. Oh, wow. And it's funny because I paid GST. Yeah, and I'm wondering if the Canada Disability Benefit gets put through. I'm wondering how much I'm gonna get, and if ODSP is gonna cut that back dollar for dollar. I'm just glad that I make enough money. I don't got to worry for now. Yeah. And hopefully we can get the fuck out of the main city before any more things happen.
It's fake standing with working people, and they may even believe it, which is shocking given the record of corporate giveaways and refusal to make the wealthy pay their fair share to the tune of $30 billion in 2021 alone. The reality is that billionaires have it easier under this prime minister and refusal to make the wealthy pay their fair share to the tune of $30 billion in 2021 alone. The reality is that billionaires have it easier under this prime minister.
I'm going to interrupt the honourable member for a moment. And I want to remind everyone, just because someone is here virtually and it's nice and loud over the microphone, over the speakers, doesn't mean we can all talk. So I want to remind everybody to keep it down. And for those watching remotely, please don't cut in. It's really not polite. The honourable member for Churchill-Nudaski from the top, please.
Mr. Speaker, we have a government of fakers. The Liberals fake standing up for working people. They may even believe it, which is shocking given the record of corporate giveaways and refusal to make the wealthy pay their fair share to the tune of $30 billion in 2021
They just keep throwing our internet words to the normies as if they're evil, naughty words.
Than they did under Stephen Harper. It's time for fair taxation. It's time to make the rich pay. So which will it be? More faking, or will the Liberals make the ultra-rich pay their fair share to deliver the support Canadians need now?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, our government absolutely is committed to ensuring that everyone in Canada pays their fair share. And we have shown it with concrete measures. Let me remind all members in this House that we are permanently raising the corporate income tax by 1.5% on the largest, most profitable banks and insurance companies. We are introducing a Canada Recovery Dividend of 15% on banks and insurance companies to do the right thing and help pay for the cost of COVID. And of course, our luxury tax on super expensive cars, yachts, and planes is already in force.
The honourable member for South Okanagan.
What the fuck does that have to...
Mr. Speaker, families dealing with the rising cost of living are worried about what they
Wealthy
can afford.
pay their fair share. How often
Canadian
do I hear that crap
institutions already charge some of the highest credit card fees in the world while making record profits. Now Canadian consumers will have to pay those charges directly, simply by using their credit cards. New Democrats have urged both Conservative and Liberal governments to cap credit card fees at 1%. But governments keep protecting corporate profits. Will the Liberals finally defend Canadians by capping credit card merchant fees?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I spoke just a moment ago about our commitment to ensure that everyone in Canada pays.
Well, way to go to get every business to register for a tax haven. Yep.
Which are coming into force, some of which have come into force already. We're going to keep going. When it comes to credit card fees, I am very much in agreement with the member opposite. We need to support consumers. We need to support small businesses.
Then why aren't you?
And we will.
The honourable member for Malpeque.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, like many other Atlantic Canadian communities, Malpeque was hit extremely hard in the province of Prince Edward Island.
Yep.
Jobs, livelihoods, and infrastructures was destroyed. Can the Minister of Rural Economic Development tell me and the rest of Atlantic Canada how this government is going to help rebuild?
Nope. No, they cannot, because they have no idea.
The Honourable Minister for Rural and Economic Development.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank my colleague from Prince Edward Island. On the ground at home last week, I saw what we know about Eastern Canadians. Man, we come together during difficult times, and I want everyone to know that the federal government has come together under these difficult times to help everyone get through this. On top of the disaster financial assistance agreements, which are administered through the province, which covers up to 90% of the cost of this terrible storm damage, we announced this
Good,
week
yes,
the
cap the
Fiona,
fees. Yeah,
Hurricane
that
Fiona
one I
Recovery
agree
Fund.
with.
That's an additional $300 million to help people and businesses whose situations may fall through the cracks under the DFFA. Mr. Speaker, the federal government will be there with every person, every community, every business
credit
as we
card
build
fee
back
capping,
stronger
I'm
and
okay
get back
with.
on our feet in Atlantic Canada.
The honourable member for Edmonton Riverbend.
Mr. Speaker, the price of everything has gone up, and now almost half of Canadians are $200 away from insolvency. Jennifer and Kristen are two moms in my riding that recently reached out to me distressed they can't afford to pay $1 more. So will this Prime Minister cancel his plans to triple?
So it's just gonna keep going and going and going for this. So I figured that's a good place to stop for that. Let's go to, I think there was something else that Pancalo sent me that we can finish off the show with. So let's go look for that now. So that was pretty impressive. Some of the shit that came down in question period yesterday. Oh my goodness. that was pretty crazy. Okay. What do we have? Yes, we will finish the stream with an article. That's what we will do. Okay. There we go. Where am I here? There we are. Okay. So this is a Toronto Sun article. So this is from the crime guy, Brad Hunter. I think his name is Brad Hunter. So here we go. Ghislaine Maxwell has until 2023 to name names, but will she? June 2023 to name names, but will she? Brad Hunter. Yes, I was correct. Okay, so here is the body of the article. Stop giving me ads. I don't care. She is 60 years old, and this is likely as good as it's going to get for the foreseeable future. Her name is Ghislaine Maxwell, once the belle of the ball in London, New York, and Palm Beach. Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison in June for her role in billionaire Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking operation that preyed on vulnerable underage girls. Yeah, because he was a gross human being. Let's see. Legendary reporter Barry Levine has added to the Jeffrey Epstein canon with his new tome, The Spider. Interesting. Epstein popped himself, interesting way of putting it, in a Manhattan jail cell in August 2019, while awaiting trial for sex trafficking. But what about his friends, you ask? His pals in perversion, who lusted after teen girls? That's a very good question. Why didn't Ghislaine Maxwell name names? That may still come, dear reader. The disgraced publishing heiress has until June 2023 to sing for her supper. This is an interesting way of writing this. I think Ghislaine has been wrestling for a long time on whether or not to sing or not. Author and Pulitzer Prize nominee Barry Levine told me, quote, people want her to name names. Yeah, because not only Jeffrey Epstein should be called out for this and held accountable for this. Everyone who was involved needs to be held accountable. That's just how it is. I just don't understand. Someone was having a prosaic moment when writing this. Yeah. Very much so. Prince Andrew, Duke of Europe. Oh, sorry. Levine, author of the seminal book on the case, sorry. The Spider, Inside the Criminal Web of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, said that if she cooperates, the feds may shave a couple of years off her sentence. Maybe. I doubt it. I doubt that she will get any time shaved off her sentence because if Jeffrey were still alive, maybe they might shave some time from her sentence if she sung for or turned on Jeffrey, because he would still be alive to be punished. But he's not. And I have a feeling that even if Ghislaine Maxwell named names, it's still going to be very hard to prosecute the people she names. So I really don't think that anybody's going to shave any time off of her sentence, because she's really the only one who will be who can be punished right now. Or maybe a Prozac moment. Remember, her jail cell in Brooklyn was a living hell for her every day, and I don't think Ghislaine and her lawyers were exaggerating about the conditions, Levine said, adding that low security, she's in Tallahassee now, is more bearable. In Brooklyn, I'm sure she asked herself, is this worth it? Maybe, but now that she's in a better prison, she has no reason to do anything. A problem for Maxwell is that the prosecution never offered her a deal and she didn't ask for one. So why would they give her one now? Levine said the prosecution wanted a jury verdict and they got one. I think the time for her and the prosecution to act is now, because the verdict was tainted by the two jurors who didn't acknowledge the past, Levine said. They have based her appeal off of that. Powerful people like modeling agent Jean-Luc Brunel, who was at the Paris-owned Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking, there's some place in Paris, he killed himself. In addition, Maxwell's family want her moved to a British prison where conditions are significantly better. No, fuck you. Hey, Lord Famine. I visited their island in the Caribbean in 1993, the only noon. Wow, that's creepy. I visited their island in the Caribbean in 1993. The only nude beach in the Caribbean. Ran into Jim, a CIA guy from Rapid City, SD, delivering foster children. They were all boys. The island was full of boys. Holy shit. That's insane. That is crazy, Bishop. Levine thinks if Maxwell sings, she'll target the 4 women who were given immunity by the feds in connection with Epstein's 2008 underage sex plea deal. Maxwell originally wasn't named, but was the 5th woman who Epstein's lawyers asked for immunity. But will she rename the great and good who defiled the teens with help from Epstein and Maxwell? No. No. She'll give them names of people who already have immunity. She tried to play the immunity card at her trial, but the public wouldn't be satisfied with her naming of the players instead of the men who sexually abused these girls, Levine said. Yeah. In the end, it's down to Ghislaine. It rests with her. Epstein is dead. Jean-Luc Brunel is dead. Yeah. And because she holds all that control, she's not going to give up those names because it's the only control she has left, and she's not going to relinquish it. It's just not going to happen. People like her and Jeffrey Epstein do not relinquish the control that they have. They just don't. It gets better. Jim had molested me 16 years earlier. Jesus Christ, dude. Sweet merciful Christ, as Selective Boy is saying. There's a hole somewhere in Turkey that's still too good for her. Huh? That's just insane, Bishop. That's wow. Well, guys, tonight, I hope you guys will join my sister and I over on Twitch for Wine and Crime. It's going to happen probably at around 11 or 11:30. My sister and I are going to a bar first. I haven't been to a bar in years, and my sister and I are going to go together and just pre-drink. And Pinkala is going to pick us up some wine. So that'll be fun. So, be sure to tune in on Twitch for that. I'll probably shoot some shorts and stuff while I'm out as well. So keep an eye. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And we will see you later on Twitch for Wine and Crime with TNT. See you later. Bye.